Is this what it's like to feel like I'm late for work? I don't think I'm late for work, but it's... Anyway, so now that I'm going live, I better hit that button, hit the button, hit the button, hit the button. Good morning, all you beautiful folks. This is another episode of Warcraft Daily. This is the thing that I do where I just talk about whatever the heck daily stuff happens to be going on in the World of Warcraft. Today I am here in the beta to kind of enact vengeance for yesterday, because there was like some, I guess there was some stuff going on that just would not allow me to do some certain coverage over some of the, over just some developments that have been going on with regards to like this whole scenario that leads players into Darkshore and eventually to the burning of Teldrassil. But it looks like it works. I'm literally just logging in right now. I'm seeing the quest, and thank goodness. So it works. Yay! I can actually do stuff today and maybe be productive. So it's good to see everyone. Let me kind of get myself situated here. And I'm going to have a pretty full day ahead of me. What's up, John? I'm going to have a pretty full day with me because, well, speaking of John, who's just coming by, I'm going to be doing my usual thing. I'm going to be dropping by here for a little bit to say hi to everyone over here at YouTube land. Then I'm going to be doing my normal morning show over on twitch.tv/SoulSoBreezy, and then I'm going to take a little bit of a break, and I'm going to come back at noon because here's the pressure, man. I'm going to be talking with John over there and talk about morals or morality in the World of Warcraft and other stuff. We're just going to kind of meander our way through, jump into that topic because it is such a hot thing that people are really getting into right now. So I can't wait. John is a, I would say, just a fresher YouTuber out there. He's kind of getting into the idea of just talking and sharing his thoughts, just like how so many of us do all over the place, whether it's here on channels or streams or forums or other essays and blogs and other such things. It's going to be a lot of fun. So for now, I can actually start this stuff. So yay, I can actually start doing things and maybe be a little bit productive. All right, so the plan is, just like before, I'm going to be playing through this stuff. So there are going to be spoilers. Keep that in mind. And there are going to be airplanes flying by. I'll just have to deal with it. But I'm going to be going through this playthrough, and then I'm going to go back later on in a published video and just kind of re-examine everything that's going on, the differences that we're seeing. For all I know, because I haven't even really looked at anything yet. Maybe Wowhead is going to tell me like what kind of differences or changes that have taken place since a new beta build has been put out. But I'm not seeing anything yet, so we might as well try and explore this shit. Okay. Let me get into some chat really quick. Let's see. What's up to Lori? What's up to me, myself? Hope you guys are having a good morning so far. Yeah, dude, I'm going to be doing some alliance-based things. So if you don't want to check this stuff out, don't. But I am a little bit concerned about some of these big differences that folks have been pointing out. I'm gonna just kind of see for myself whether or not that is really a thing. So first, let me not fly over the portal that I'm supposed to take over to Darkshore. This takes me to Ashenvale, and we can go ahead and get this thing started. So how's everyone's morning been so far? Mine has been a little bit frantic. I woke up, I just woke up late. I don't know what it was. I don't think I slept that late. I slept at the usual time, and I'm still here. Come on, let's go, let's go. Slept at the usual time, did my usual thing, but just woke up kind of late. Kind of sucks. Oh well. So I think this is as far as I got before. Hey, Ankh! Hey, dude. I haven't seen you in a while, actually. Maybe like a month or so. How you doing? I'm like trying to find earbuds. Here we go. But yeah, Ankh, I hope you are doing well, as well as all of you folks that are joining me today in the land of YouTube. Or for those who are going to be shortly joining me over on Twitch. so I can do more cool stuff. Oh, yes. Busy with work. Right on, dude. Columbo, what's up, man? How you doing? Like, well, obviously, I saw your message about not being able to show up Thursday. Everything going? I hope everything is going all right with you. I know that there was like, I think it was you, where there was like flooding or something like that. Or was that someone else? Yeah, yesterday's raid was rough. Yesterday we had a pretty hard time. Last night we were just doing our usual heroic thing, and I don't know what it was. We were just like struggling so hard with trying to get stuff done. All right, so I guess I should start looking now as to I should start looking now as to everything that's going on, and start. Oh, it was loader. Okay, cool. Unreliable loader. God, can't even prioritize us over like this, his stupid place that he's living in. So anyway, I'm a Horde player. I recall that when we had come by as Horde, we kind of just marched through, took care of this place, burnt everything. Burnt everything. I did some stuff, and like that was kind of it. So it is kind of weird seeing a bunch of Forsaken Assassins here. It's like a bunch of them. Oh, okay. There's actually people just popping up all over the place. So it looks this is like after Sourfang and all of us, we had left. So we had already started. I think we had already started marching forward from the looks of it. All right, just chilling for a bit before the best pest guy comes to spray the house, and then you head to Home Depot. Right on, dude. 2 streams in 12 hours. Shut up, nerds. Today is gonna be a pretty long day, I admit. I'm gonna have kind of a long day, so I'm gonna be here for like the usual time, and I'm gonna do a shorter stream on Twitch. I'm gonna be on for about 2 hours or so I can get myself prettied up. Although I'm already hella fine, and then I'm gonna meet up with John offline for a little bit, get ourselves ready, and then we'll start talking. And that's it. That's gonna be my day. I don't know how long the 12 o'clock chatty thing is gonna be. Doesn't matter. But I hope that we get some cool conversations out of it. And if people, and I'm gonna be doing it live, so if people want to join me and chime in with some stuff to talk about or questions that you want to ask the two of us, because we're all just WoW fans. It's we're not like super crazy philosophers and commentators that that would speak the word of Warcraft as if it's like gospel, but we're just gonna chat about it, and I hope we have a good time. All right, so Delaran Summermoon. So it's weird because Delaran Summermoon is alive, but I can optionally kill her in the in the Horde version of this scenario. So I think that's kind of interesting. But let's complete the quest. I think this is the person. Let me screenshot that because I want to make sure that I remember this. That I remember this well. You're a super crazy philosopher. You're crazy, huh? Columbo, I'm going to be talking with John. Oh shit! Is it bass or bass? Damn it! I feel so bad, John, because you say your name, and now I'm like totally mind farting. I haven't had enough coffee yet, obviously. John, while you're here, if you can clarify that for me, I would appreciate it, so I don't feel foolish throughout the day. I would love to be corrected like right now. I just got here, and what the heck is wrong with the wisps? It's beta, baby. This is what's going on. So, Karina, I'm doing the Alliance version of this scenario, and what I'm going to do, I'm just going to kind of study the differences between the Horde and Alliance one, and then try to just try to explain it. To be honest, I'm going to try to explain my way out of what is going on with these very obvious differences that we're seeing between the Horde and Alliance versions of the scenarios. Some people are putting on the tinfoil hats and going into, hey, maybe this is a great deception by the old gods. And I'm going to try to dispel that. Or reinforce that and say, hey, you know what? The folks that are making this call, they might have a point. Or they might be like, crazy. You guys are crazy people. What are you talking about? But we're gonna find out today, until the servers decide to screw with me and mess all this stuff up, and then I'll be hella mad. I don't want to be hella mad. Let's see. It is as its basis and frequency, and sadly, not the fish. Hey, you know what? It's your damn name. You can call yourself whatever you want. Anyway, this wouldn't happen if Night Owls had a neighborhood watch. They do have a neighborhood watch, don't they? They lived here for a while, but then they kind of let themselves get, you know, shanked and all that. Dang, I tell you, you just want me to kill all these lions. I'm a dwarf though, man. I can't. My predisposition does not let me. Alright, so you says we must defeat the Horde and their vile warchief, though it might cost us that which we hold most dear. I don't know what that means, but oh well. Alright, my sisters lie slain on the soft earth of Ashenvale. We were trained to expect losses. Soldiers die in battle, but this was a despicable attack, even for the Horde. We have little time to grieve, but we are not savages like our end. Wow, that's very... She's mad, obviously, but that sounds so propagandic. I don't know. Please, Sola Dude, help me say a prayer to the Loon in the honor of the fallen. Wow, that's kind of hokey. But okay, sure. I'll do it. I'm a dwarf. I'm trying to help my folks out. Alright, tread carefully. All is not as it seems. The butchers who did this still skulk with an astronaut. If you find them, give them what they deserve. So, this is just the... So, trying to map all this stuff out. We had... The Horde had gone through. And the Horde's gone. But they left behind... But there's Forsaken that stayed behind, from the looks of it, to just kind of make sure that everything's cool and all that. As far as we know, it was Blood Elves. It was a Blood Elf that cleaned up the town initially. And then the Horde marched through, finished everyone off, and they left Forsaken behind. That seems to be the cut and clear of it. This general person or captain person, shucks, for the life of me, I don't know why I'm not remembering. It's someone that we see when the Horde first invades. So I don't know, and if that's true, I guess she escapes or something like that. She didn't say though. She didn't say that. But I'm trying to remember if this was the actual person. The voice was like, "Run away." The rich guy was actually right. I don't know. We've just started though, and so far I'm able to explain most of this away. The thing for me to double check is this captain person, like, because I could have swore, like, when I first came in as Horde, she was like here ish training people. You know, let me see if there's any corpses of that sort here. No. Any other corpses in the pile that were gathered around? Let's see if I can find those, because I'm pretty sure that they're... Because I know that in the Horde scenario, I do see the corpses of the civilians that are here. But to be honest, I don't have a whole lot of compassion for anyone who dies here. You're here, you're in contested territory, you're asking for it. It's just like saying, well, if you don't want a PvP, then you shouldn't have been on the PvP server. Kind of mean, but I'm right. All right, so I'm not really seeing any fantastic revelations here, at least not yet. So I think we're okay for the moment. All right, so where do I honor the fallen? Do I just click dudes, or do I? Oh, I think I just go somewhere and I don't know. No. Where do I honor the fallen? Fallen soldiers honored. So I gotta find honored soldiers, I suppose. Well, you know, let me turn this in real quick.
I serve the Count all right.
Alright, it's no less than those filthy creatures deserved. Grrr. I'm Alliance, I'm so mad. I sound like such a heartless cuck right now. Alright, come on, bodies. Really, are the Alliance going to run into a bottleneck now? Just trying to find bodies to click on? Do I need to form a group just like what I did yesterday for that 40-minute quest? Dude, I kid you not, like yesterday it took me 40 minutes to do one of the Horde quests here because the spawn rate was just so low, and I guess now it is happening here. Okay. Jeez. Let's see if people whisper me for this, because this is gonna be another. Let's figure out ways to make me not feel so breezy about doing this. All right, come on, Beta Alliance people, at least whisper me so I can like form a group. All right, there we go. There's some folks. I got one person so far. It's because my hair's on fire. No, actually, I made a normal dwarf at Tish. I forgot. I made a normal dwarf because it's I don't know why I made a normal dwarf. Oh, actually, I think it's because I just chose one that was like already here and ready to go. All right, so someone got 2. This, oh Blizzard, you troublemakers, you making me all mad so early in the morning. All right, I can mount. I kind of forgot about that. Please tell me there are like bodies up here, right? Any bodies up here nearby? Any bodies in the water? Come on, Horde. If you're evil, you would like not only assassinate people, you would like drown them in the water or something like that. Come on, bodies. Well, thankfully, when I do this, when I do the recording for this, it's not going to take me this long to do. Orbs, maybe? No, it's not orbs. Like they were bodies that I had to click on. It's just that the spawn rate of these things is like ridiculous. Yeah, kind of a bummer. But I'm testing. This is the thing that you got to do. For those of you who are interested in getting into the industry, game testing is one way to do it. If that's something that interests you, it's a great start. At the same time, though, it's so punishing to do, because sometimes there are things that you need to check out and it's problematic because stuff is broken, but you can't complain because that's what you're here to do. You're here to test, you're here to give feedback, you're not here to bitch about stuff. But you know what? I'm not being paid right now, so I'm gonna bitch all I want. Need more people in the group. Nah, no one else had whispered yet. But let me try again. Get off me. Sheesh. Stupid Forsaken Assassin. And it's like, how come they all gotta be Forsaken Assassins? Why can't, what about freaking Goblin Assassins or Orc Assassins or any other freaking assassins? Blizz. I mean, we can tell the tale about how this is all about. Oh, it's only the Forsaken ones that are doing these. The rest of the Horde are good. Part of me thinks it's lazy, and part of, you know, we don't need to have this many assassin NPCs. Let's see. I thought I'd be playing too. But apparently this is oh, I see one. Yeah. All right, two more, baby. I am playing, but all right. All right, one more, baby, one more. Well, at least this isn't taking nearly as long as like the Horde one. Thank goodness. Let's see, Madison is busy studying for your permit test. Not right on. Is that the blight on the Alliance corpses? I did see some blight like effects. No, let me turn my. Nah, my settings are up high enough. I do see some like blighty stuff. I saw some glowy things going on. Yes, Dark Lady. Etc. 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 You know, with how long this has taken, I'm probably gonna hang out here on YouTube for a while, because I was hoping that this would at least progress like a little bit farther. But maybe for consistency, I'll just hang out here on. Oh, snap! Maybe for consistency, I'll just hang out here on. Oh no! You son of a bitch! Oh, see, this is where fuck the Forsaken for interrupting my cast time. You son of a bitch! I had it. By the way, how do I feel about the disconnect between the Horde and Alliance quest during these scenarios? Seems like outside influence. I can't judge yet. Right now, it is my duty to try to explain this away if I'm able to. Right now, so far I kind of can. Basically, what's being painted here is that the Horde left, the Forsaken stuck behind to finish off any stragglers that happen to come by. Everyone's dead. Forsaken assassins are here because the Alliance has been here for a little bit. So far, it doesn't seem out of the ordinary. Sylvanas never used Blight in the Horde quest, but the thing is, we weren't here for it, really, because by the time we leave here, everyone's still here. So, this to me, this looks like it looks like a bit of a time difference, where, so on the Horde side, we come to Asternar, we help assassinate everyone. Everyone's dead. We help the Horde. We go to Zormgar outpost. We come back. The Horde have already occupied everything, and everyone in the town is dead. And then Saurfang asks me to go over to southern Darkshore to meet up with Sylvanas, and so I leave, and that's the last time that I'm here. So supposedly after that, that's when the Alliance comes here and sees this whole aftermath and sees the Forsaken. So far, everything was cool. Is the tree burning yet? I haven't looked. I don't think it is. Alright, anyway. The wisps, they sing with sorrow, but with purpose. The forest stirs aglow with their light. God, you're as hokey as Sylvanas. That sound in the distance. Could it be our Shando? Say Shando. Quickly, dude. Malfurion beckons. Alright, so now I gotta find his butt in Ashenvale. So, by this time, I don't... This is why I'm doing this myself, because I don't want to just read an article and all that stuff. I want to discover all this for myself. So, the way that I'm seeing this, I should expect the Wisp Wall to already be up. Malfurion had already fought with Sylvanas. Maybe. Something like that. So let's see what's going on. Let's see if my eyes deceive me. Alright, so I can leave party. Thanks, guys. I didn't say thanks. I'm such a jerk. But so yeah, for those folks that are on right now, hope everyone's having a good day so far. I've been looking forward to doing this kind of testing, because I'm very curious about this possible disconnect of questing, because from a development standpoint, this is like a big screw up if they screwed up their own storyboards and made quests that are totally unaligned. So I'm going to seek understanding. So here we are. Here they are. They're fighting. Am I going to have to do this waiting thing again? I think I am. God damn it. Okay. So the Wisp Wall is not up yet. Let's see. Any mounts that I want to collect in Biffa? I want the brain thing, whatever that is. I'm going to get the Brontosaurus mount. Oh, and by the way, update on the Brontosaurus mount. It doesn't look like there's any faction discount on that thing anymore. So, ouch. That part kind of sucks. So I'm looking here, and let's see. Some grunts are still alive. The wall is not up yet, as I expected it to be. So this is like a very, very close alignment to what's going on. So it's like in the time between when the Horde players leave Asternar, everyone else leaves the Horde marched towards Zormgar very shortly after. So basically, in the time between traveling there and this moment, that's when the Alliance That's when the night elves arrive at Assinar. Those events take place. Because remember, when we think about this in, from an in-game perspective, I flew here in a minute. From if this was a book, it might take hours, a day for something like this to happen. So it's a little so that sort of association is a little bit hard to nail. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna have to do the same thing that I did for the Horde version of this, and I just gotta wait, which is lame. Wayne, good morning to you. Well, let's see. Any other mounts that I'm looking to get? Oh, and real quick, I want to just show off. Let me move this thing real quick. I got those new Warcraft shirts from Uniqlo. This isn't advertised, but they're only $15. They're actually and they fit really well. They're kind of fitted shirts. This is a medium, and like the sizes run pretty well. I like it. It's straight up like just a good shirt. So you got a couple bucks on you. You want a decent shirts? Go for it. This really is a pretty good shirt. So anyway, with that commercial done, the waiting game continues. I think yesterday I had to wait like a good couple minutes for this to finish. So I don't think there's any buttons or anything extra that I need to set up. Maybe my rebuke. Like that's it. This will give me a chance to take a look at what is going on in the world of WoW, the world of Warcraft. Any cool build stuff? Doesn't look like it. Nope. Some changes, just minor things. Cool. We're getting closer, fellas, ladies. It's coming. You want the new bat mounts? Oh, that's the one from completing these scenarios, I believe, right? I think that's what that is. I don't remember the name either, but I do think it's a pretty cool looking mount. It's something that we're going to be getting, if that's what you're talking about. There's some pretty interesting mounts. Like there's one where it's like a bloodsucker or something. It's just a mouth with fangs and wings on it. That's all it is. Jerry Crazy Wheels, you're letting your friend do the MT, the mountain. I don't know if that's what you're talking about. The mountain. Come on, Mouth. I got time on my hands, but we gotta go, dude. We gotta go. It's funny, his cast is like, oh, gonna use my mind bullets. Pew pew. Wait, where'd the bullets come from? Holy crap, that's crazy. He's using his mind bullets. The wrath comes from above his head. Like little spirit bombs. Or, the screw-ups and animations. The Mage's Tower, right on, dude. It's funny, who was it? Nerds Templar, Zach, he was asking me, hey, what's your favorite thing in Legion? I said Mage Tower. I really, if I'm just gonna choose one thing, I think it's gonna be the Mage Tower. He's like, ew. he's putting together some content. He asked me a question, and he's like, ew. What? I had like the hardest time with that today. I'm like, well, I do like it. I think if I did have a number one favorite thing that came out of Legion, it'd probably be the Mage Tower. I really enjoyed the single player challenge that came from that, because I was doing the Protection Paladin one, and that's the only one that I took seriously. The other Paladin ones I just kind of did because I might as well just like knock them out now that I have like hella gear, and I haven't bothered with the other ones because it's not worth it to me. I don't have an attachment to any of my other classes, so I just don't bother. The Mountain. I don't know why it reminded me of Game of Thrones. Well, because it's a strong reference, Atish. The Mountain. Come on, Mouth. Hurry up. Sylvanas was much more This is how you know Blizzard is pro Horde, because it's, the quest fired off faster. We'll get there eventually. I know that we're just gonna have to wait, unfortunately. And I will be stubborn about this. The last couple times I waited and my patience paid off. So let me help these folks out. I'm just gonna dance. Let's see if I can get anyone to dance with me. No, we don't help kill grunts. That's what I thought it was. You know, I thought there was like different stuff that we did before. It worked! How you like that? Alright, so now we got this thing up. We're cool. And yeah. Anyway. Alright. He's glad that I came. Is this Black Dwarf a horde? Nah, man. No. Nah. Oh, relogging worked for you? I like traditionally I just waited. Like that's what seems to be the most consistent thing. So anyway. Alright, the horde will oh hey, stop phasing, Malfurion. Alright, the horde will come to regret the day they stepped onto the dark shore. Mark my words, Sola dude. Alright, do you hear that, hero? The ancients call to us. We must protect them at all costs, dude. They see what our eyes cannot see, and hear what our ears cannot perceive. If we lose them, we lose the ability to channel the spirits of the forest. Don't you mean like the ancients are our ancient slaves call to us? You know, they're his spirit minions and all that. I'm just kidding. I'm just making fun of it. It's just so easy to do, though. So they ruin wrought by the horde. The ruin wrought by the horde is driving the children of the forest mad. Chief among them are Blackwood furbolgs. They've given in to the madness and are a threat to everyone. If left to their madness, they could strike us from behind while our forces engage the horde. It pains me to ask this, but please, when you're in the Twilight Vale, put these creatures out of their misery before they endanger anyone else. Hey, you know what? You know what? I feel bad for the furbolg, because we don't really know what's going on. We don't exactly know what's making them berserk, but the solution is kill them. What is this? Just straight up kill them. Oh, okay, I guess that's fucked up. That is kind of messed up. What's up, Lori? And what's up, Matt? Wow, that's real nice of you, Malfurion. What about, you know, subduing some of them to, like, I don't know. Okay, so now we know. So now we know that they've gathered at Zormgar. And gather dudes. Okay, okay, okay. My dwarf looks so cute. Okay, buddy. So so far this seems aligned. We just got past this whole, you know, the wisp death wall situation. The horde is gathered at is mostly gathered at Zormgar. We're just kind of preparing for the fight. Furbolgs are going nuts, but the thing is, the Furbolg are here already. The horde hasn't crossed through yet. So how is it? Well, I'm not going to explain how the Furbolg got crazy in the first place, but the horde have not come through here yet. You know, they ain't here yet, but Furbolg have already gone nuts. So we can't really say what's causing the Furbolg to go nuts. Maybe it is. God damn it! There's grunts here already. Well, okay, that part doesn't make sense. I wonder if that's supposed to be a thing. Maybe. So should the horde already be here? Ooh, don't know, man. Yeah, because we know that there's no way for them to get through. So part of me thinks that this is a bug. It could be. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, because there's only this very small spattering of grunts, which doesn't really make sense. I don't see no demolishers. I don't see flying things. Nothing like that. So, yeah. This one I'll have to dismiss for now because that seems inconsistent. Heck, having to kill Furbolg seems inconsistent because I'm going around killing these guys without really knowing what's going on. And dispatch druids. Okay. Wait, so they're just chilling there and stealthed? You lazy freaking druid. Come on. So right now, like I said, we're just kind of preparing for the fighting. Cool. No, okay, not cool, but you know what I mean. Furbolg witness in reaction to things that are very close to them, like when you spook a wild predator. That is very, very not true. No, that that is very, very likely. Yes. I'm only saying that the we don't know if like there's like. Okay, I guess I don't know what I'm saying. Why try to bullshit that hard, right? But it could be a number of things. It could be the disturbance of the horde. It could be like whatever old god activity there is that's acting up. So this part can be explained away. The horde over there, the 4 or 5 horde that happen to be there, that part I can't really speak to. But it seems so. It seems so off that it could just be a bug and something that just happens to be there. So who knows? Alright, I gotta kill 2 more Furbolg and like that's it. Too bad there's no way to just like put these dudes to sleep. Be like, hey, you know what? Shut up, Furbolg. We know that you're going nuts. But I would like to know exactly what it is that's making them go nuts. Because here, okay, so here we're seeing frenzied Furbolgs, but on the horde side, they're corrupted Furbolgs. So I don't know what it is. What is it that's true? Are they frenzied, or are they corrupted, or are they both, or does it just depend on what the Alliance sees? I don't know. Who's right? Are they both right? In a certain sense. Anyway, I think I should be able to fly and like take care of the rest of these druid dispatch requirements. So that is definitely one inconsistency, is that these NPCs are labeled differently. Come on, druids, where you at? Are you like super stealth too? Alright, let me go back. This boundary is actually very small. Owls and owls. Come on. Oh, there we go. Alright. There we go. Yay! They could be Karina, but it's hard to say because Sylvanas was the scouting party too. So and as far as we perceived, like all the grunts that got there, they got caught by the wisp wall. So for the grunts to run ahead of Sylvanas, that seems a little bit weird. They could be there, but they're just kind of there. It doesn't really speak to much of anything. Alright, Elune be praised. Yeah. It's a tragedy that so many Furbolgs had to perish, but it was necessary. In their madness, they could attack our own people, leaving us fighting a battle on 2 fronts. Alright, next thing. Curse those goblins and their infernal machines. They're using the Shredder to desecrate our sacred grove. We need that monstrosity taken down. Okie dokie. And, wow, there it is. So here, we fight a big old Shredder. The Horde, they fight a big old Ancient. And there's the Ancient. Unless it's already dead. Which it shouldn't be. It looks... I can't tell if it's alive. It's such a poorly textured thing that I just can't tell. Oh, so this is like a little night elf base. Oh, ain't that cute? Wow, these guys give me low-level quests too. We ain't got time for that though. All right, so this seems so killing that shredder. Why is that? How did that shredder get here? I'm in southern Darkshore, Jackstoners. All right, well done. These trees have so many stories to tell. Like what? Okay, so now we're 1-to-1 on the alignment.
Malfurion, how gracious of you to join us. Who would have guessed that you would come to protect your precious trees?
So yeah, so I guess they're breaking through at the same time.
My eyes, it burns. Where did you fly away to, little bird?
Little bird. Huh, huh, huh. So the alignment isn't great, so far. Let's see. I'm trying to see like where is it the Furbolg are based at. I want to find that out now. So, let's see. Twilight Vale is here. Where's that Furbolg camp? I'm not too familiar with where that thing is. I think the Furbolgs are like over here or something like that. You know, I'll remap this stuff out later. How about I do that? That'd be smart. Ah. All right, so I'm back here again. Checking. There we go. Ancient Allure. Alright, what's up, dude? The ancients of the forest are all connected to one another. We can sense a disturbance from deep within our roots. I can feel it now. The rumble of their footsteps in the distance, the thundering clamor of war. With every branch they break, they awaken the ancients. Soon my brethren will answer in kind, for nothing shall disrupt the balance of nature. Ah! A disturbance is near. Our kindred spirits cry for help. Seek it out and restore balance. Alright, so now I need to find those who cry for help in the Blackwood Den. Oh, so here it is. Ha 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 ha. So these are still frenzied. Furbolg. And Horde Demolishers are now here. Hello, Captain. Come here, so I can hook up. Alright, the Horde have already set up camp here, but we can still strike back. Their war machines are terrible to behold, but they are still machines, and machines do not work well when you go in and hack up a bunch of their inner workings. If we can sabotage but a few of them, that can mean dozens of lives saved. Let us make most of this opportunity. So sabotage, Horde Demolishers, in the Blackwood Den. So we're seeing this time, this weird time difference again. Dude, I'm gonna have to like write all this stuff down and like try to make a timeline, or attempt to develop a timeline of everything that's going on here, because this is like weird so far. At least when I'm trying to sort all this out through my head. So far, I feel like I can possibly find. I can like map most of this stuff out without too many inconsistencies, but there are some. All right, so what do I need to do? I need to rescue some of these guys, these elders. So the names of these Furbolg that I'm supposed to rescue, they seem consistent with the ones that I defeat. They seem consistent with the ones that I defeat in the Horde version of the scenario. But as far as I know, they leave. So it's a little bit weird. Anyway, let me take care of these demolishers and all that stuff. I'll just find my way through. Avoid being detected. My ass. So come on, dude. I might be Alliance, but I'm a goddamn paladin. Don't mess with me. I'm gonna jack every one of these dudes up. Alright. Hey, Elder. Alright, Furbolgs are normally a peaceful tribe. Being ousted from their home must have sent them into a frenzy. it just kind of feels like the perception. It's hard to tell whether or not like the events are playing out differently, or just like the perception of the Horde and Alliance players is being if their perception is being shifted. Ow. I can draw as much attention as I want. Damn it. Alright. Anyway. And then this last guy up here. Sneaky. Oh man. Oh. So I can put targets to sleep and shit first. Actually, let me try that out. Because I incapacitate targets, while the Blood Elf person, they straight up kill him. Oh, aren't you nice? Anyway, let me, God, look at how evil the Alliance is. Jeez, guys. Anyway. Alright, so no, I didn't set this guy free yet. Alright, so yeah, it is weird that we exile them or tell them to leave. And they leave because the thing is, like, the Furbolg, I remember they talk to us. They say, yeah, okay, we'll go ahead and leave. Something like that. I kind of remember that. I'll have to double check my own footage to like make sure, but I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Alright, you're not that good at stealth, girl. See, it'd be more efficient if she just killed some of these dudes. Alright, so the Horde are engaged with a crazy Furbolg. I mean, I guess it is kind of weird that the Horde, they defeat some of them and tell them and make them all make them leave, but at the same time, like, how come those guys didn't try to take some of their crazy brothers and sisters with them? All right, shredders. There we go. Here's one more demolisher. I'm doing it quietly. See, this is why you don't see me play like Metal Gear Solid games and stuff, because yeah, it's not it's not a good idea. All right, we've done what we've done. We must finish the mission. Okie dokie. So it's hard to tell where we're at the timeline, because I thought those Furbolgs left, but apparently they didn't. So what did they do, really? It would suck if the inconsistency was intended, and it's just making it so that, you know, the Horde and Alliance story are their own, and there isn't meant to be a very good alignment to it. That part wouldn't please me very much. Do I think Worgens have normal winners, or the one of those red rocket dog things? Man, it's the latter, by the way. Have the Furbolgs been returned to the wild? Yeah, I guess. I think so. The disturbance has become more severe. I'm sensing a powerful force in our midst. It's unlike anything I have felt before. It comes from the earth itself. Seek it out. Go to the water's edge at the place you call Nav. Go to the place with the Azurite. Right? That's what I'm pretty sure it is. You know, now that I think about it, I think it'd be very disturbing for a shapeshifter, male or female, because all your body parts are going to change. It's kind of, nah, I don't like that. Yeah, I don't want to be a Worgen. That sucks. Alright, the source of pain is this growth, this cyst coming out the ground. Hell yeah, it's everywhere. Woo! Alright, we must defeat the Horde and... Okay, This substance, azurite, is hurting Onu, and the hordes seem eager to collect it for themselves. We must not let that happen. Collect as much azurite as you can find. Ensure the horde do not retrieve it. Alright, the horde forces in this area are trying to collect as much... What? Dang it, you're saying the same thing twice. Okay. Or you're almost saying the same thing twice. Alright, so this one is aligned for the most part. Just do the same thing that the horde are doing. Collect stuff, kill each other. You know, same old song. Poor Naga. Said no one. Oh, the Naga got kicked out of their house. Aren't we so sad? Let's see, I'm at work, so keep dipping. How's the testing coming? Testing's good, John. It's very inconsistent. Some stuff I can explain away, some stuff not so much. With regards to how some NPCs are perceived, the timelines are a little bit off. Location of other objectives are a bit awkward. Some of it can be kind of explained away, and some of it not so much. So. But it's going pretty well so far. Oh, I thought I put Hand of Reckoning on my bar. There we go. Anyway, come here, goblin dude. Just chimed in. What is it this that I'm seeing? Right now, Marwin, I'm checking out the some of the intro scenarios that are going to happen in the pre-patch. So these are the events of Darkshore, and I'm replaying them. I play it through in the Horde version, and I'm replaying it on the Alliance version. Because we had a new build come in yesterday, I'm probably going to very briefly run through the Horde version again to see if there is any changes or further inconsistencies, because it wouldn't be right for me to compare one version to a different one from a different build. So I'm going to run through that later. For now, though, I'm just kind of going through like the general differences based on what I remember from yesterday. Did I get a chance to see the response to the question earlier? That it's basis. Yeah, I got it. Thanks, John. And watch me forget. Watch. You're gonna find yourself fascinated. I have a feeling you probably grew up with, you know, hearing inconsistencies on the pronunciation. Expect nothing less from me. I am not special. But I'll try. Can I kill those guys? I can kill these guys. Shoot, they're all lined up in a row for me, dude. It's like, thanks. I appreciate this. Nice and easy. Grunts. Pfft. Waste of materials. Anyway.
I serve the Caldorite.
Alright. Excellent work. This azurite is a powerful substance indeed. We must not allow the hordes to get their hands on it. We will end the horde's invasion here and now. Without this azurite, they cannot win. Yeah, because, you know, didn't we get this stuff because it was hurting the ancient? I don't see. That's weird. Why is it hurting the ancient? You know, shouldn't the ancient touch it and be like, yeah, you know, like limitless. Oh my god, I can see the universe and that sort of thing. I guess ancients don't respond very well to that stuff. Alright, do I hear his voice? Malfurion seeks our aid. Keep your head high, soul dude. The ancients stand with you this day. Really? I can normally hear his voice? I'm not familiar with him being able to be like telepathic when he's not inside the Emerald Dream.
The horde is pressing further into Darkshore. Rally at the Wild Bend River.
Or he just yells really loud. Okay. That's what you get when you're like the most powerful druid in the world of Warcraft. So, good for you, dude. Good for you. Alright, so I'm going past the camp and all that weirdness. Did the Azurite stuff, that seemed all good. So I guess now I should be, this is like coming towards the end of this particular scenario. This particular leg of the scenario. What's up, dude? We must push them back, so I guess I'm gonna just kill dudes. Alright, join the ancients to slay horde enemies. Can I like hop on one of them and like just break shit? Yes, I can. Well, I'm a tree of life. Hold tightly to my branches, paladin. Whee! Thunk. Oh yeah. Alright, heals me. Hurls a boulder at enemies. Woo! Oh, and I can just jump like a crazy guy. Oh! Oh yeah. Okay, I'm not very fond of the attacks from this thing, because it's like everything that I have has a targeting reticle to it. I don't just have like a flamethrower like attack. I don't have anything of that sort. But oh well, can't complain. It is kind of funny just running around chucking rocks. Oosh. Alright, hold on tight. Let's go. Oh, he teleported. I thought I was going to do like a crazy Hulk jump. Alright, complete that. Every foe we slay, 2 more take their place. We're too few in number to stand toe-to-toe. We must fall back. Strategy can overcome numbers. We will regroup at Darnassus. I will send for Delarin. Okie dokie. I don't take a death gate, do I? Oh, really? I gotta fly all the way back my damn self? Man, that's messed up. Oh, can I go back to this Grove of the Ancients? Because that would make life a little bit easier for me. Alright, Lori, I'll see you later today. Yay, we still hold it. Go me. Alright, wait, so I'm really flying all the way back to Darnassus, huh? Yes, I am. So be it. A dwarf, what am I doing now? Well, right now, like I was trying to do yesterday, I'm trying to get comparisons between the Horde and Alliance versions of the scenario. Since I'm about to wrap it up, I'm probably going to redo it now, actually, just to see if anything feels different. I think I remember well enough what's going on. At the very least, I'll have plenty of footage to work with and study later on when I do a re-examination of this. But today, as usual, is going to be a very busy day. There are a lot of folks that have already saturated the commentary space with talking about, hey, here's what you do, here's the pre-patches here, here's what you need to do, and all that. I'm gonna jump ahead of that. Maybe I'll touch on it a little bit, but I'm gonna jump ahead and just get right to leveling in Battle for Azeroth. I'm just gonna go right out and make a guide. I think I have everything written out. I just gotta record it, put it together. Am I trying to get a first-person view of the villainous acts of the Alliance? Absolutely. Right now they seem evil as all hell. No, not really, but it just seems like two sides, both sides, however you want to paint that. It's different. It's a different perspective, and I'm trying to understand it. The thing is, those scoreballs, like I got this thing works now, and yesterday I did the Horde version. However, the Horde version is from one build ago, so for all I know, that stuff has changed. So I'm going to double check on that. But yeah, I'm just trying to get some solid perspective on this, so that way I can talk smack about either how people are seeing this all wrong. No, this is how it is. Let me just explain it all the way. Or for me to talk smack on Blizzard and be like, I don't know how you guys got these kinds of inconsistencies, but this doesn't seem right. So, morally gay? Ew, that's not nice. Besides, I live in California. Gay is like in. Actually, gay doesn't mean anything here. It's like, whatever. You still cut me, you know, you're still a shitty driver on the road, regardless of your sexual orientation. You can quote me on that. Don't quote me on that. Anyway, hope everyone's having a good morning so far. So far, it's been productive. I'm actually getting stuff done for a change. The one thing that's really going to suck is that I'm gonna have to go through the horde scenario again. And for those of you who joined me yesterday for the show, you guys saw how much of a pain in the ass that was. But that's what you got to do when you're a tester, man. You got to go through like the worst stuff. Like, this is a shitty anecdote, but I was asked to test out one time. I was assigned a really awesome AAA game for Sony, for the PS4. I was like, oh hell yeah, dude, this is gonna be awesome. We're gonna be on this title and blah blah blah. The person who was in charge of the project, they were like, okay, here's what I want you to do. I want you to play through the game. And I was like, yeah, I get to play through the game. And they said, you only have 1 day to do it, or you only have 20 hours of work time to do it. And I was like, shit, because this is a long game. I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it in that short of a time. It's like, well, you're gonna have to. That's what the publisher wants. So get to it. So it's one of those instances where you just kind of gonna kind of blow through everything and not really appreciate or listen to or watch anything. That part kind of sucks. Of course, it's like, God, first world problems. Oh no, Soul, you couldn't enjoy the game that you were being paid to play. Yeah, I was kind of butthurt. Alright, so anyway, my butt's back here in Darnassus. I'm gonna talk with Captain What's Its Face. Hello. Alright, these are troubling times. We must gather our strength. If we hope to push the horde out of our lands, we must call upon the strength our people have to offer. Go, seek out the druids, the priestesses, our sentinels, the toasters. Make the call to arms and watch as the Kaldorei rise to action. Only together can we hope to end the stalemates at the Wild Bend River. When you're finished, report to Malfurion Stormrage. He awaits our fleet in Rutherin Village. Okay. So I can get to do the cool thing where I get to click a couple dudes and see like the badass NPCs get into action. Alright, the Horde have halted their advance at the Wild Bend River. We must push them back at once. Roar! Let's go! Team Blue! Roar! Alright, cool. I feel pumped. Yay. What was the game? That I can't say. Unfortunately. Those sorts of non-disclosure agreements, they persist. So, yeah, I can't talk about it. Let's see. Captain, the Horde have reached the Wild Bend River. We cannot hold them for long. Alright, guys. Yay. Alright, so who's this? Myra Sunsong. People have been saying that that's the person that that is in that picture, in the burning of Teldrassil picture. I think. But oh well. Alright, report back to Captain Summermoon and reinforce that border. Okie dokie. Was it a good game? In my opinion, yes, it is a good game. Alright, Jack Stoners, good to have you coming by, and I'll see you later. Alright, so priest trainer, wait, where's Taronda? She's like, no, I'm not gonna show up. I'm just gonna do my thing. Alright, Dark Shroud's under attack. Sisters with me. Let's do this. Team friendship. Yay! We're the good guys. Anyway, let's go back down to the village. I'll take the teleporty thing. I at least remember that those things exist. You're about to get rich selling artifact tokens. Right on, dude. All right. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, look at them night elf canoes. Let's do this. All right, no matter the odds, we must stay strong.
Our fleet has returned from Sylvanus. Loon be praised.
Yay.
Might is sorely needed. King Anduin will send his
He's so tall.
Your deeds will not be forgotten by the Caldora, hero. The aid you lend in these dark times could make all the difference.
Yeah.
Will be
Yeah,
stronger
it'll make
than
all
the
the
machines of
difference.
war.
War is not won or lost in a single battle. Our day will come.
That's right. Take a look, boys. This is it. This is the last time. These are some of the last times you're gonna see this tree of trees. Anyway, wow! Don't evade. Don't fatigue now, buddy. All right, let's take a look at some of these world questies. All right, over here. All right, so Azurite stuff. Okay, the Druids dispatched, frenzied Blackwood Furbolg slain. So same thing. Spiritual aid, kill possessing spirits. Save sentinels, calm wispies. Blow up Azurites, kill horde. So this place is like such a crazy. It's a straight up war zone. You know, no doubt. All right, so let me log out. I'm going to make another. I'm going to set up another tune. I glanced really quick at my other tune that had finished the questing. That's how I knew. I was like, oh shit, this stuff works. I could finally take a look at this stuff. I used to really like Malfurion's character until he hurt my wonderful, beautiful, morally gray queen. Damn. You are all up in that Kool-Aid, buddy. You're no joke. You're a legit horde cuck. I think I'm one of those, semi-sociopaths that are just like so like, I'm fascinated by the lore, but I'm also very disconnected from it too. Cause I'm like, whatever, dude. It's all good. I'm just here to watch the chaos unfold. All right. Some. Yeah, some. You know, little some, etc., etc. Anyway, let the testing continue, boys and girls. For those of you who are kind of coming in and out, I am doing a series of tests. Yeah. Okay, girl. I'm doing a series of tests to kind of align myself as to just what's going on in Darkshore. What are the events that are going on in Darkshore and Ashenvale? These events that are leading us up to the burning of Tel Drasil. How consistent are they? Is there some crazy conspiracy going on? Is it just the bad design that is causing some of these inconsistencies? And what are these inconsistencies? I'm trying to find that out. So like I said earlier, I'm doing the Horde side again because we had a new build come out yesterday and there might have been changes that have taken place. And regardless, and I don't think Wowhead has had an article written about it, but regardless, I'm going to check things out for myself and I will report my findings in a future video, probably tomorrow, because today I'm going to be trying to push a guide for the Battle for Azeroth itself. We've already seen that. I'm sure you folks at home and elsewhere have seen plenty of stuff that's talking about the pre-patch. Hey, these are the changes coming in, yada yada yada. I decided to skip on that because why be a me too kind of person. I'm gonna skip ahead and just get right to the guide that'll help us get us through and prepare for the Battle for Azeroth. Let's see, Divine Steed. There we go. All right, cool. So off I go to get my mount. I need a mount. I guess I've been using the Abyss Worm, huh? Nope, wrong thing. Want that. There we go. Okay, cool. All right. So let's do that. Let's repair, buddy. Let's repair, not be and not feel foolish, okay?
I have many wares.
All right. Now, let's get going. Paladins, bikini girls. Hey, I make my paladin fine. I know how like this copy. Yeah, I haven't changed my transmog in a little bit. And you know, I myself have not decided who I'm going to, you know, what my transmog is going to be as I'm leveling. I haven't really decided that yet, because I know I'm gonna, I'm gonna be doing that. Oh, and by the way, I want to give another. Shoot, I forgot this. I'm terrible. I forgot this guy's name. I want to give another congratulations to, not that person, to Fruit Me Love. He was. I had one. I had one beta key to give away. Yeah, just yesterday. I held a short contest on Twitter. I had one key to give away because someone had won a key, and they were like, "Hey, you know what? Why don't you give this away to someone?" I was like, "Oh, sweet!" So I made sure to give him a shout. Gave that key away just yesterday. For all you had to do was get on Twitter and show off what your transmog was going to be when you land on Kulturas and Zandalar. What are you going to sport? How are you going to represent your faction when you first land on the shores of this new place? Alright, so War Chief awaits, blah blah blah. So this one I'm going to skim a little bit faster through, because I already know what's going on. I'm just going to kind of keep an eye out for, like I said, inconsistencies or changes that are taking place. Hopefully improvements on some of the on some of the spawns here. Did I say we need bikini girls? I am the bikini girl. Alright, so I need to go to Grimmer. I made my Torn Warrior look like a princess until I can find my perfect transmog. You know, I completed that sentence in my head, Scoreballs. I thought you were saying, I made my Torn Warrior look like a princess until my prince comes to save me. And all that. Yo, man, why am I not on Twitch? Reason why I'm not on Twitch, Monog, is I'm just trying to be consistent with this testing that I'm doing. I meant to get on, but it's taking me so long to do this testing, and I'm going to be hopping on to I'm going to be doing a kind of a chat with another up and coming YouTuber and fellow Warcraft fan in a little bit. So I just kind of decided at the last minute, hey, I'm going to just stay consistent and stay on one platform today. That's all. So I apologize for folks that were expecting me to be on Twitch so we can have some music going and all that. If anything, blame both platforms for being inconsistent on what's cool and what's not cool. It's all their fault. Totally not my fault. If anything, I still need to make emotes on this thing for the few sponsors that support me over here on YouTube Gaming, because I do have that sort of thing set up. I just haven't set up emotes. I do have a Bob emote set up. No notification on the phone for YouTube. Oh, so really, it doesn't notify you when you're streaming. That's doo-doo. But I know you can set the notifications to do whatever you like. Like, you can have it set to notify you on everything that a certain, whatever channel that you're following, whatever they do, or you can have it follow it like inconsistently, as in it's not going to bother you too much, but it'll show stuff every now and then, or to just not have it on at all. All right, trick diversion, find Lorash. Cool. All right, so no changes there. Let's keep going. This dude some dude out there on his motorcycle mount. I happen to live close to an expressway. For those who don't know, I live close to an expressway. I live about a mile and a half, no, maybe like a mile away from a small airport. So sometimes you'll hear planes, motorcycles, sirens, helicopters, all sorts of stuff in my area. It's great fun. I love it. It's great for recording. Ha ha ha. They only notify you when you're on YouTube. Yeah, that's kind of a bummer. Yeah, that's the problem with the inconsistencies with Twitch and all that stuff, because my primary platform is here on YouTube doing published videos. But at the same time, if I do anything on Twitch, I can't publish any of that stuff for 24 hours, and that's kind of a bummer. So the plan today is I'm going to be streaming this chat with John Bass, and I'm going to publish it pretty much right away, because I could do that. On Twitch, I cannot do that. It's a big doo-doo. And I think John and I think we can have a pretty cool conversation. This is just a conversation between WoW fans. You know, we're not super expert. You know, I don't consider ourselves like super experts or people that are authorities on lore, but we're just two fans that want to share our thoughts and feelings about morality in the World of Warcraft and how it's being perceived, or how Blizzard is having us perceive it as players. You know, and you know, we'll just be talking and chatting about that stuff, among other things, like beta stuff, Battle for Azeroth, who to what's it's before the storm stuff, something like that. All right, Lorash, what's up? I'm gonna be doing things, and I'm going to be working on folks to disarm Astronar. I'm lighting up the purple void smoke. Is it void smoke? I don't know. No, he just says purple smoke. They should see it rise above the trees soon. You know, I haven't tried doing this before. Can I just kill these guys? Because it seems faster if I just go out and kill these guys. Anyway. Okay, so this is someone else. Elena Starsong. Someone totally different. Not the right person. So let me take a screenshot of that. Skaboosh. And, you know, fuck it. For the Horde, motherfucker. This is faster! Oh yeah, it's way faster. God. Why didn't I do this before? Sneaky, sneaky. Come on, man. Like I said, this is why I don't play Metal Gear Solid games. It's because, I can't fight citizens. Damn it. Not damn it. I mean, citizens should be spared and all that. Well, whatever. It's a video game. Deal with it. Twitch got born ever since they started giving the streamers ban. I thought that was a temporary thing, and I thought it was a mistake. I thought that was a fault of like one song that was causing that. Who needs stealth in that voice? Yeah, dude, stealth. I gotta freaking consecrate. All right, so now I shall greet her. Hello. So now we're outside. Most folks are dead or burning. And make preparations. Cool. All right, so let's take a look. Let's take a look at this place. So everything is... So nothing has been like totally phased. There's still stuff that's active. There's still some glaives. There's still some troops that are out here defending the place. It's just that we jacked the place up thanks to the rogues. They really tore the place a new one. For the most part, it looks like citizens are alive, but the place has not been fully like taken yet. But the rest of the action happens off screen. I'm gonna be flying over the Zormgar, roll out the red carpet, and then I come back. So I still like using Twitch though. The music is a huge thing for me. Being able to just play that stuff without too much trouble. I like that. Rogues are nifty for conquering. Absolutely. See, and for those who have played through the Battle for Lordaeron scenario on the beta, we see the Alliance trying to pull off the same thing. They send a whole bunch of dudes from SI7 to take over the Undercity, but of course the Undercity is the capital. It's a little bit harder to take over a capital with just rogues, as opposed to, you know, one small village. All right, so hello, people of Zormgar. I'm here to warn you. The war chief is coming. The war chief is coming. Hide all the shit. Hide the drugs. Hide the alcohol. She's coming. Take a bath, folks. Oh, you're playing your rogue alt at the moment. I was playing my rogue for a little bit yesterday, mostly just so I can power up my artifact weapon, and I'm like, that's it. That's it. And now that I'm done with him, he's gonna sit there on the Horde airship like until his face turns blue. Oh, so now that I'm done here, we are entrenched in Zormgar, and now we're gonna fly our butts This way. It's hard coming from a warrior that I've exclusively mained since Kata. Yeah, I'm not big on stealth. That's one of the big reasons why I can't do rogues at all. My rogue, ironically, is named Decloaked, and that was intentional because at the time, this is way back before Cataclysm when they forced us to learn stealth. I didn't want to learn. I didn't learn stealth. That was kind of my thing. Like I leveled my rogue without stealthing at all. No, you know, this is back when you could when you had to buy your skills and all that stuff. I only was forced to learn it when I automatically got it, and I was kind of upset. So anyway, all right. So from the looks of it, this is the aftermath. Folks got jacked up. Now, what's and these guys are already getting plagued. So from the looks of it, it was the poison that it was just like a fast killing poison. That's what it seems to be. That took out all of these sentinels. That's what caused the green stuff to happen. So we can call it blight, but it just seems like it was just some crazy poison stuff. That's how it seems. But this is the aftermath, and now we're gonna be marching. So now I'm going to find Sylvana. So between these events, so the things that's playing out through my head. Horde comes here, we jack the place up, we leave, we start moving towards Darkshore. Between this moment in time of me being here and flying to Darkshore, that's when the Alliance arrive here. They clean out the place, they see the aftermath of what's going on, and they purge the town or they fight off the rogues that are here. Because the rogues have come here to just take care of stragglers that happen to come by. Okay, cool. So, this doesn't seem like, yeah, nothing crazy here going on so far. It's just the timing that's a little bit weird, because there's a lot more that the Alliance are doing during the time period when when Horde players are traveling between here and Darkshore, and then things line back up again once we get to this wall of death sort of thing. If the Alliance use light, we can use blight. Hey, you can't spell blight without light. Ah. You're getting an SSD soon, so your loading screen times will reduce. Oh man, the difference between having an SSD and not are huge, absolutely huge. I do recommend that depending on the size of your SSD, that you make sure that your OS is loaded onto the SSD first. That's going to give you like the biggest performance leap on your computer, like period. As a luxury though, you know, try to have it on try to have multiple ones for like different things. Like I have one for video editing, so my editing and encoding performance goes up by a little bit. All right, I know I'm going to be waiting here for a bit. Yeah, but small SSD. Yeah, that's what I did. I remember back in the day, it was like when we were still on, I think like Windows. I think it was Windows 7. I think it was Windows 7 when I picked that thing up. I was like, all right, cool, let's try this thing out. And I got an SSD. I spent like $100 some bucks, so I can get a 40 gig SSD, and it fit. Windows fit on that at the time, and I was like, oh, this is amazing. Load times are so quick, and yeah, there's just no going back from there. Yeah, it wasn't until later that I got like a bigger drive, and you know, that I can load WoW onto, and that's the only thing that I have it loaded onto. I don't bother having a drive. I don't have an SSD for games. I can live with those load times. It's not a huge deal. So you really need one soon, Darren. Loading times are brutal for me. I think they're gonna get better for you. I think they're gonna get better in Battle for Azeroth scoreballs, because you're not gonna have to deal with so many. You may not have to deal with so many different kinds of NPCs or not NPCs, characters loading. It feels like it can be faster, but at the same time, add-ons also play a fairly big deal. Or they play a fairly big part with initial load times. And they can reach up to 7 minutes for you. Holy shit! Oh, that's no joke, man. I feel for you. I wouldn't be able to stand it. But I hear my guildmates every now and then they talk about their gripes about it too. Yeah, that's a real big pain in the butt. Alright, so while I'm waiting, let me double check and see how yesterday's video did. The very, very generous Raven's Edge, he gave me a tip on how to very quickly unlock the thing, unlock the maximum potential for your artifact weapon very quickly. So I was like, alright, cool, I'll go ahead and post that real quick, and so I did. And yeah, it looks like a couple folks are taking a look at it. I was hoping more folks would, but that's alright. Boo, boo, boo. I don't know why people disliked it, but damn. Alright, let's see. Alright, cool. I've been kicked the pugs because of raid times. I think you mean load times, but still, damn, that's rough. It's like, hey, thanks for inviting me, guys. Can you summon me, please? Because the load time is really doo-doo. And I remember that in in the past with my guild and our raids, they'd be like, hey, dude, can you summon me? Because if I go to Dal, it's gonna be like total shit. So. See, Sylvanas' thing loads hella way faster, but it looks like this very much is not playing out correctly because the wisp wall is up. She's going pew pew, and yeah, the order of stuff is not quite working out.
Oh, fools! At least now we know how dangerous the wisps can be.
Yeah. Come on, girl. Wow, you're not doing any damage. Hell, you're missing. Look at how, I don't know if you guys can see, but she's like shooting above their heads. It's almost like she's not actually trying to fight them. Like she's an alliance sympathizer. This is just them trying to get me killed. Dang, girl. Do you not know what happened in on the Seat of the Pantheon? I fought freaking Titans. You think these, dudes on cats are gonna take me down? Okay, don't loot stuff. Don't need to loot stuff. So here's where the weirdness kind of starts. So I'm going to Zormgar. In the meantime, this is when Team Malfurion, they're like over on the other side trying to clear stuff out. They're starting to, so they're kind of starting to take out Furbolg now, I guess. Maybe. All right. No and no. What's up, Scoreballs? Or you talking about my joke about her being an alliance sympathizer? Calm down, man. No need to take me that seriously. All right. Yeah. Not my waifu. No. Anything but that.
Speak quickly and speak the
Oh, I know. I like to say that I am too. Some people take my word really seriously though. And I'd like to say that it's all for fun. But some folks are really militant about how they feel and how they react to some of our opinions. Even if we're not being serious. How dare you make light of the Dark Lady? Yada 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 yada. Alright, so this seems I could use explosives, so that means I'm gonna talk to this dude. Oh, this is it. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready to suffer? Let's see if they fixed this at all. Well, given that the Alliance have their own inconsistency about just like the spawns of those soldiers that we have to bless, this I'm sure is also gonna be a big pain in the butt. But that's how it goes, man. Come on, pew, pew. Come on, target. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill, kill. Oh, all these things are marked. Come on, I want to destroy stuff. Okay, that's one. Heal. Okay, there we go. Now I can change pitch. Come on. 1. Okay, that's 3. Now for the real game. How's the spawn rate this time? It looks like it's still crap. Yeah. Oh, he moved. Okay. I guess once again, gotta make a group for this thing. Hopefully this won't take me another, like, half hour to do, man. Like, I kid you not, like, I think that's how long it took. So, because having to kill 30 of these guys, ugh. At least I can just chat with you folks and hang out in the meantime. Come on. Can I? Okay, then I'll just ninja. Oh, I can't even ninja invite people because everyone I'm selecting is just a hellion. Gah. So yeah, you like that? I got 3 now, bitch. Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. Oh, thank you. Okay, so somehow they targeted me. Oh well. I'm not gonna complain. Oh, come on, hit it, fool. It's almost like right in front of me. Giving me balance of power questline flashbacks for all its balance of power. What was there a bottleneck for that one? I don't remember. I did it once, but to stop making me do it. Yeah, this is gonna be a while. Alright. But I will stay ever vigilant. Oh, I hit one, like right in front of my face. Nice. Don't do the brawl? Oh, really? Well, that's on the EU side. I'm sure that people are trying to knock it out real quick before stuff ends. I should probably, well, maybe it's too late to bump it, but I remember I did a video like a while back where I talked about, hey, here's all the stuff that you should do before the pre-patch when all this stuff comes to an end. And I think that most of it is coming true. But like some of that included, hey, start you know, getting materials together, start making stuff. It's crazy, like, my wife is on top of the goblin glider market, and she's been seeing like weird inconsistencies, or not weird inconsistencies, but just some weirdness coming out of it. Sometimes she'll be able to sell like those things for like 30-40 gold each. Sometimes not so much, but it's still, they're going for a lot of gold, and those are still things that are going to persist in Battle for Azeroth. I double checked on the beta, and you can still make them and use them. And they are going to be useful. So, and on top of that, you only need garrison resources or garrison stuff to make them. You just need a little bit of true iron ore and some sumptuous fur to make it. So it's a really easy way to utilize your garrison and still make a little bit of money. Your bags are still going to be like a cool thing, because the bags that you make in Battle for Azeroth, you can make up to 32 slot bags, which is nice, but it's not too big of a difference from the 30 slot bags that you can easily make in using your garrison. So yeah, garrison just keeps on giving. It's still a cool thing to take advantage of. Let's see, you can sell AP again. Yep, there's that. Whoever has more healers wins. Oh, that's what you're talking about, the brawl. I like that brawl, actually. I have a lot of fun doing it, at least as a tank. I love just running in and kind of sort of not dying. Alright, I'm gonna keep an eye out. Oh, don't die, man. Oh, I see one up above. Let's see, there aren't any like high above, are there? Nope, don't look like it. Damn this quest. Oh, I just nailed one on the ground. it just kind of peeked out from the ground, and it was like, nope, you're going nowhere. This one pisses me off. This wisp right here keeps making me think that I want to like hit it, even though it's like slightly smaller. Yoo-hoo. Yoo-hoo. Alright, I have about an hour and 10 minutes or so until I'm gonna make myself like take a break, because I'm going to be doing a live chat with one of the, I guess, a fresh YouTuber who goes by the name of John Base. Oh, I shouldn't make fun of his name. I'm awful. Oh my god. And I'm going to be talking with a very kind and humble gentleman by the name of John Base. He wants to talk about morality and how it's being perceived in the World of Warcraft. We're going to have a chat. It'll be fun. He is someone who normally I wouldn't feature as a featured YouTuber, but I am in fact going to put him up as a featured YouTuber in this upcoming weekly. I'm gonna give him a bit of a shout and a little bit of a bump, because he's just a nice guy who has things to say, and you know, has opinions about the World of Warcraft, and I'd love to share it with you all. And he's a cool cat. I like him. Okay, hey, you know, we're halfway through. We're actually making a much better pace than normally. Alright, you would find it a lot more fun if you would have more than 6 frames per second. Yeah, I get you there, dude. That part sucks. Is that even with all your settings down and everything? Because I know that place can get pretty busy. I'm at 17, baby. A little more than halfway. Boo, 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 boo. I can start killing these. See, these are corrupted blackwood. Oh, okay. That one says maddened. That one says corrupted. But then, those are pre-phase Ashen Vale bear people. Ooh, look at that! I got 2 just like that. Me, not them. Me. What quest is this? This quest is called a quick flyover. It is what I consider to be a very bugged quest in the Horde version of in the Horde version of the events that lead up to the burning of Teldrassil. So it's a very, like I said, it's a very buggy quest. The spawn rate on here is like absolutely abysmal. I have a feeling that at least one of the things they're going to do with this quest is lower the requirements. I should not have to kill 30 of these goddamn things. Give me like 5, 10 at the absolute most. Ooh, what's that? They're like coalescing. Can I just blow that up? Boom. Nope. Anyway. What would be my suggestions? Lower the requirement for 1. Make it like 5 or something like that. And on top of that, increase the spawn rate. So, yeah. Trivialize the heck out of this. I mean, in the end, this scenario is going to be something that we do once per character, if that, and then we just kind of get through and move on. So I don't think that they're going to get too elaborate with what they plan on for fixes in this thing. Oh, hit it. Oh, I missed. God. All jokes aside, though, that actually sounds like a really cool discussion. I can't wait for that. I feel like even as a Horde player, it's not exactly fair how the Alliance is being painted. There is an interesting point that I want to make, and hopefully I'll remember to make this point. Maybe I think I'll write it down somewhere really quick. How should I say this? Heavy Alliance perspective from book, games. I guess the thing is, like, there just seems to be less perspective that comes from there's less Horde perspective. I don't care if it does turn out to be like super evil. This is why I'm evil. This is why I'm bad. I want to see the world burn. Blah blah blah. As long as I even get that kind of narrative going, I think I'd be happy with that. It just doesn't seem like there's enough of the Horde perspective. Now that said, we're still not done with the hype. There's still the expectation of there being some animated stuff that's going to come out before Battle for Azeroth. It may happen, it may not. There's still the book preview that's going to come out with the Battle for Azeroth. That'll give us like some additional perspective. Oh god, we didn't get credit for that. Oh wait, I hardly have anyone here. Shoot, I didn't realize that people had left. I'm like, no wonder we're missing shit. Come on, more stuff to kill. Yeah, no wonder the rate of killing has gone down so much. I keep trying to kill that other one. That wisp needs to go. See, I did like the book, but I felt it was too much Prince Charming. It was very much an Anduin book. There's a lot of things that were there is, I admit, there are a lot of stuff missing from him, even though we've seen a lot of them in the past. I think because of his big change from just a kid to High King or King. I don't know how the reference is supposed to be, but the change from there to that is pretty big. The change from Sylvanas being just a class, just a faction leader to the war chief, that's also big, but not as profound. It's basically just more of Sylvanas, but you actually get to see what kinds of decisions she makes. Come on, Horde. Lolith. Okay, why are people trying to invite me into a group? Just leave the group. Or just say something in general. Let me try it. Request invites. Wait, can't I request? I thought I can request invites. Ugh. Okay. Let me try this again. Now that someone had left a group. If I never played Alliance Store, I think it's worth the time to create a character to see the other side of the lore story. Yes, absolutely. Without question, Felipe. In Battle for Azeroth, there's like entirely separate storylines for both factions, so at least going up to the present, it's worth it. Even the lead up to it, I think that's important too. So you can get it from both perspectives, and it's fun. The leveling revamps for the most part are they serve pretty well. Oh come on, hit it! Fuck! and I'm like having like hella trouble getting into a group. Oh, I didn't even notice that I can get... Can I hit guys on the other side? I don't think so. Oh well. Alright, let's try this again. Alright, cool. Hey, wow, I got 2-in-1 shots. Ah, go me! There's YouTube for that. Yeah, I mean, if you just want like the cliff notes and all that stuff, you can read wikis. You can watch folks like Novel. You can keep up with like later developments and stuff. But it's a like especially for the Battle for Azeroth, I think it's worth it. You play there's very little, if any, alignment between the Horde and Alliance stuff. The only things that are in common are certain factions like the Tortolan, Champions of Azeroth, which the Champions of Azeroth isn't really like a thing that you do. It's just a rep that you work on for a world quest. But beyond that, everything is different. The zones are different. The yeah, everything feels different. It doesn't do justice that the that you eventually get access to the other zones. The questing that you get on the other zones, it's very limited compared to actually just playing through the quest lines. Okay, this is weak. I'm failing to get into a group. this is very discouraging. I mean, I'm almost done. I only need 3 more kills. But no one wants to group. It's kind of messed up, guys. Way to represent the Horde, making my faction look bad. Tisk, tisk, tisk. But I only need 3 more. It's probably gonna take me another 10-20 minutes to do it, but it's worth it. Can't kill that. Can I kill that? About that one. Nope. Come on. All right. The Horde has the tension between the races. I just find the Horde more interesting because you know, sometimes the individual races can be at odds with each other. Though the alliance being so goody-goody, it makes it so boring. There's just nothing going on with them. You know, you don't really pay attention to the other races. They're just kind of doing their own thing. The Horde, you see, they're just more interesting. It's like, oh man, you know, how did the Torn feel about some of these developments? Oh man, they must feel terrible about being a part of this and that. Oh, the Forsaken are a bunch of evil cucks, and the orcs, they're just, you know, they're bloodthirsty. But then they conflict with each other a lot. With their motivations and all that. That makes them interesting to look at. It's funny because a conversation about the Alliance is about well, you see coverage about the Alliance, but when it comes to the conversations are almost all about the Horde. That's what people mostly talk about because there's stuff going on with them. Not the Alliance. It's just like So instead, Blizzard has the conversation by themselves. They talk about like the story and the developments, and there's just not much to go on. Even with stuff like you know, at the very end of the Before the Storm book, with that one certain development with that certain lady, people have talked about the possibilities. I've talked about the possibilities, but at the same time, it's you know, that conversation eventually falls off because in the end, at least in my opinion, it's not as interesting. Alright, 2 more. Man, still need 2 more of these mother effers. And still no one wants to invite me. Please help me. Should I just target like one spot and just hope that things keep spawning? Because I'm clearly, like, not getting it. Let's see. Oh, I'm not seeing anything spawn yet. So that's kind of discouraging. Alright, the Alliance is very human-centric. That's true. The Alliance is run by Stormwind. They do forward most of what's going on. Although, when it comes to humans, I find them pretty uninteresting. There's just not a lot going on with them. It's like, cool, the Alliance are run by, I'm sorry, the Stormwind is ruled by a dynasty. They've ruled it for like however many years. And that's the same thing for all the other Alliance races. They're all firmly established. And I'm trying to, maybe I'll do a separate video on this where I talk just about the Forsaken. Like some of the history, if Novel hasn't already. I'm sure he already has, but I don't think there's a sufficient narrative that talks about who the Forsaken are, and because I think there's a little bit of a perspective lost. Because if you think about the Forsaken, how long have the Forsaken been around? They've only been around for 10 or so years. Oh, damn it! I keep going for that one. Yeah, the Forsaken have only been around for like 10 or so years, maybe less than that. So as a government, and heck, as a race too, they're very young. They haven't been around for very long. So they're subject to influences and missteps and screw-ups and leadership shifts, possibly. They're new at the game. No one else is, except them. Everyone else is, you know, they have their own hierarchy and structure. And the Forsaken, from the looks of it, they're just kind of making shit up as they go along. And that's okay. But and it's not exactly an excuse for some of the things that Sylvanas is doing, but at the same time, it's hard to like completely write them off or judge them either, because they still need a chance to form themselves. And that's why I make such a big deal about the Desolate Council being destroyed, regardless of whether or not it was Sylvanas that like either intended to kill them all along, or it was, or you know, just how unfortunate it is that they were destroyed. But I keep going on about what could have happened if the Desolate Council was left to their own devices, if they weren't killed, basically. Could they have gotten what they wanted from Sylvanas? And we're never gonna, I don't think we're ever gonna find out the answer, but I'm more interested about what could have been done. Alright, I'll get to chat in a second. I'm just trying, I'm still trying to get a freaking group together on this, man. You know, I'd get wisp kills if I can make a group. Come on. Yeah, I'm trying to make a group, son of a bitch. You know, maybe I should have just used the group finder for it. Hey, that would have been smart. So I think I will. Dungeon rooms and no, pre-made, custom. Actually, let me see if I can find a group. Nope. Nope, no one's really making it. Join group. Nope, he's already all. Well, the group was already full. I didn't even see it. All right, let me try again then. Yeah, making a freaking group. Questing, find group, I guess. Okay, so here we go. That might work. I was looking at the wrong custom thing. Haha, haha, haha. I only need 2 more guilds, man. Just 2 more. Alright. This'll probably give me what I need. Alright, so now let me get caught up with chat. Alright, but they all understand that every sacrifice is always good for the Horde. I play Horde because you can play a human in any game, but you can't play an Orc or a Tauren. Tauren, well, this Tauren thinks the Warchief is doing what needs to be done. What's up, Callum? Trying to keep calm before your first attempts at Mythic Agrimar. Good luck, man. Woo! Taking the Paladin tank and Mythic Agrimar as their raid trial. Oh, so you joined, are you the tank? Because I thought you've been on your team for a while now. The Alliance have so many interesting characters, but they all just follow the Human King. That is kind of a bummer. The majority of the bad things that have happened since Sylvanas were due to being betrayed by the people she trusted. It might be brutal, but it does make sense. It does suck because Sylvanas constantly has her back to the wall. I think, like, out of all the Horde races, she is the most threatened by, like, everything. People tend to forget about what Sylvanas' fear of death is all about. It's not just her seeing death as, like, being empty and sucky and all that. A part of what she saw, if you guys recall the story that depicted that, is that she also saw she also saw a vision of her people being sacrificed, as in like thrown away, tossed away, and then she's like, no, fuck that, I'm gonna come back. So that's when she makes the pact with those Valkyr. At the same time, though, that's actually literally what was going to happen. Garrosh Hellscream was going to sacrifice the entire Forsaken army for the sake of breaking through into Gilneas. So he was prepared to just dump all of them and throw them all away. and that's fucked up. So Sylvanas has you know, she obviously has motivations, but her motivations are flawed. You know, you know, maybe part of it comes with her being an elf, and she's like, you know, I'm used to just living forever, you know, first world problems, that sort of thing. But most of the Forsaken are human. They're humans from oh, come on. Yes, I'm done. Bye, bitches. I'm out. The most of the Forsaken, they're former humans from Lordaeron, so they don't have the same perspective. You know, those who chose to come back, you know, cool, they're back and everything, but but from the sentiment of the Desolate Council, they don't want to live forever. Some of them do, some of them are evil, whatever, but not all of them want to live forever. Some of them just want to continue living because they felt like presumably because they felt like their time was robbed from them, and they just want to live out their lives. But according to the Desolate Council, they want to be able to die. They want to be able to live out a life and let it end. However, the conversation ended with that. We didn't get a chance to explore the possibility of social reform within the Forsaken. And we can blame all sorts of folks. I've semi-jokingly blamed Anduin for causing some of the events in the Before the Storm book, from robbing Sylvanas of that or robbing the Desolate Council of that chance. Obviously, Sylvanas gave the order to fire arrows and put an end to the Desolate Council itself. But before that, what could have happened? I'm really fascinated by that. It's that, not the whole, oh well, she's evil, blah blah blah. No, I want to see what could have happened if her own people peacefully asked her, hey, you know what, this is what we want to do. You gave us this chance, you gave us this second chance at life, and you gave us a choice to continue living as a Forsaken, or to go back to the ground. We want to always have that choice. I don't see anything wrong with that, and I don't see Sylvanas saying no to that either. Anyway, pass through the wall will not be easy. Blah blah blah. Let's get started. Okay, so that stuff is the same. So far everything's the same, but I'm still gonna play through because I have to. All right, so that's done. Okay, so you haven't joined them yet. This is my ongoing trial to join a different guild. So what's going on with the other guild, man? Are they not doing so hot? It's funny how the AP counter in your artifact keeps going up. Oh, is it going up? I thought it was my oh, okay. How that? Oh, you're talking about the UI. I saw someone tweet and say that they calculated the time it takes for the AP to go up, and that the timer is gonna it is a timer, and that in about 30 or so days that timer is going to max out at all 9s. So people are saying, oh, that's when the patch is gonna come out. Dun dun dun.
Then it is decided. We pass through the wall on my command. Brace yourselves.
Wait. Satisfying the Thomas to leave it once.
I cannot hold it much longer.
Wait. Hold on. I missed some text. Hold on. Nope. I'm abandoning this quest. I saw a little something, so I want to pick that back up. Like, I saw that she was saying something to Nathanos and Sarfang, but I want to see what else was said. I think I flew too close too fast. So let's find out. All right. Let's see. She told Sarfang you have the luxury of underestimating death, but it's something with which I am intimately familiar. What happened in Before the Storm was because of Arthas's... well, what happened in Before the Storm was a lot of things, right? So someone within the Desolate Council decided to defect. That's what started the events. Sylvanas could have, she could have acted and took only him out. But I think the fact that Callie was there, that made Sylvanas be like, nah, like this is really bad. I'm just gonna kill everyone because fuck it. It's very reckless and irresponsible, but I can at least understand like the reasons why she did it. It wasn't just it wasn't pure malice. Cool, this is my excuse to kill him. Pew pew pew. Because then otherwise, she would have made up her own excuse to kill all of the Desolate Council anyway. So I don't buy into the idea that that she would kill them regardless. Let's see, but she's worried because Forsaken can't reproduce. So, I think it's because she doesn't want her race to feel like they're. Maybe it's because she doesn't want her race to feel stagnant either. All right, so let me creep up. I don't want to get too close because I want this text to like actually finish playing out.
Then it is decided. Sawfang, Nathanos, you will leave at once.
Okay. That's it. Damn it. I did it for nothing. I don't even see this Nathanos or Starfang. Oh well. Break yourselves. Ooh. All right. She felt threatened. She says, "I don't think she thinks she can take chances. If some defect, they might be used against her." And I don't think it was so much that. It was very much a, "Hey, I'm the war chief, and I can't afford to make myself look weak. That's why I'm going to kill defectors like immediately." That's how it looked to me, at least. Just because Anduin wants peace doesn't mean that some of the Horde, some of the more anti-Forsaken do. Plus, we saw in Stormheim that he can't keep all his people in line. I think that when it comes to Anduin's motivations, I think that his youth and recklessness makes him a little bit blind to actual diplomacy. Like, I still see like his whole thing about family. I'm like, it felt like he just doesn't know what it is that Sylvanas, what the Horde like wants. He just kind of thrusted his idea of peace onto her. Hey, this is my version of peace. This is the right way to go. Here's what I'm proposing. Let's do it. I don't think that was the way to go. There's no attempt for him to like see things in the middle. He straight up bypasses the Horde and Sylvanas' wants and goes with, "Hey, you know what? Your people need to meet up with their families because I think it's a great idea." That's how I'm perceiving Anduin's idea. That's why I'm not very fond of it. Because again, not very diplomatic. Alright, my friend will return. This is where I need to take out Nano forces and glaive throwers. So this is the one area where the Alliance side doesn't really touch on. The idea of these forces being here. And there's no good reason why. It's just, just because, I suppose. But it does kind of suck that the Alliance doesn't do anything here, necessarily. Alright, Cal, good luck today, man. But yeah, Scoreballs, just like what you're saying, there are people that just want war. They want, factor in some real life emotion and sentiment here. There are some people that will never be able to get over the past. They're always gonna hold a hatred, even if who they're looking at isn't even like someone who's involved. Even if it's like the descendants of such people, like those old hatreds just don't die. Do I really think that? No, I don't. There will not be a third playable faction. I finally did see the Talios and the Nevitel video. To my relief, I sent a tweet to them. To my relief, I was like, oh, thank goodness. It's not the same thing that we're looking for. Because we're looking for totally opposite things. They're looking for a third playable faction. I'm looking for only one playable faction. But I think I screwed up in the video, the way that I was painting things. And that's why I even changed the thumbnail on the video. I was like, no, I'm just talking about there being only one playable faction, not literally a third one. But yeah, we were looking for totally different things. I don't think there's going to be a third playable faction. There's too many. Just like what they had said earlier in their video, there are too many things that fly against the face of it that are just not a good idea. Splitting up players ain't great. Not great at all. I think the opposite. Players should be brought together in such a way that the faction separation is still there, but by default we're all just wanderers. We're all just adventurers. Like we can have a guild that's comprised of both Horde and Alliance people, still raid together, still group together and quest together, but there are certain quests that separate us from one another, as in very specific faction based. Hey, here's a Horde quest, so only me and some Horde people can complete this thing. And they're not really meant to be like, it's not like the faction storylines are meant to be an entirely different game. It's just side stuff. Think of the Horde and Alliance as just as another faction that simply follows us from expansion to expansion, and nothing more than that. Largely though, the story is unified. That's kind of what I'm going for there. Even Battle for Azeroth can be rewritten in subtle ways to make it so that yes, Horde and Alliance players can still have separate quest lines and stuff, but in the end you can still have them be one unified faction. It's hard to accept, but it's much easier to implement than one would think. Anyway, so let's turn this stuff in. This stuff seems the same, and then I'm going to take out the owls, or what kind of owls? Okay, now they're frenzied. Okay, so they're called frenzied now, not corrupted, simply frenzied. Let's see. You think there's going to be a third non-play? Yeah, oh yeah. Well, there's tons of non-playable factions. I mean, the Tortolan are a non-playable faction. So that's something that I'm cool with. Basically, like, it'll be like a Twilight Cultist sort of thing. It's just Lightbound, Lightforged, however you want to paint it. So that I have very little doubt about. If we do go into a void/light sort of dealie. And I see that happening, for sure. That would be so much work. That's one thing that I never give Blizzard an excuse on. Oh, it's hard. That's never... From someone who understands the development side of things, it's never a matter of it's too hard. With the actual implementation, they can take like all sorts of shortcuts and stuff, but it's never a no because it's too hard. For the long-term health of the game, yeah, like, I mean, heck, they're doing stuff like that now. They're doing things with global cooldown. They're doing things with certain game systems that are meant for long-term for the long-term health of the game. It doesn't feel good, right? Like some of these changes that are coming in Biff, like, they're not very popular. But like I said, it's for the long-term health of the game. Switching things around with the faction conflict and otherwise not ending the faction conflict, but allowing players by default to separate themselves from that conflict, I think is healthy for the game, because it brings more players together. And at any rate, when it comes to big threats, we're always unified in them anyway. So why not have everyone come together by default anyway? Please make turtles a playable race. I don't mind some of the content will be cross-faction, but I like some things are faction-based. I know you probably could tell, but I kind of get nerdy about the fact. Yeah, I'm not saying to take out the faction theme, to remove the faction theme at all, but think about Legion, all right? Think about how Legion played out. There is very little Horde and Alliance stuff that goes on in Legion. There's what? There's like the events in Stormheim. There's Warden Towers. That's it. There's very little that goes on. For the most part, the folks that we help out, we help out the different factions from the zones, but that's all unified. Everyone does the same kinds of quests, no matter what. The differentiations are within like the class order halls. The things that you do with your followers and all that stuff. Those are the only things that are unique. Otherwise, we're not helping out the Horde and Alliance, really. We're helping out the class orders. We're helping out the High Mountain Tauren and the Nightborn. We're part of the armies of Legionfall, that sort of thing. That's how it goes. Or the Army of the Light. There's very little Horde and Alliance stuff going on. So you can easily reimagine Legion as being a unified expansion for everyone is by default friendly. But when it comes to Stormheim, all of a sudden it's like, ooh, this is a faction-based quest. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna serve my faction, I'm gonna do my thing. And if you're in a PvP zone, okay, cool, then I'm gonna be killing other dudes. And otherwise, they're going to be quests that are particular for your race or faction. That's it. That's really all it is. And to be honest, that kind of implementation is, wouldn't be that big of a deal. You're just not killing each other. Okay, so this is the thing where at the same time, while the Alliance are killing a, what's it called? An Ancient, the Horde are killing other stuff. So we're fighting these things, and this Onu guy gives us quests and all that. I mean, yeah, there's inconsistencies when it comes to us fighting these things at the same time. It doesn't seem like that big of a stretch, though. Just that I'm winning. Woo-wee! Still don't want to raid with Worgen though. I really would like to see like something like that happen though. I really think it's time to make it by default bring us adventurers together. We don't have to be, all militant about stuff. There's already a Horde and Alliance standing army. Why are we forced to fight each other?
I have no time for games.
It's too warm again. It's not so bad at the moment, at least. Okay, so let me reread some of this stuff real quick, just so I know where we are. Okay, nothing rallies the Horde more than their banners standing, blah, blah, blah. Go to Blackwood Den. Okay, so this is before the Alliance visit them. Let's see. Just south of here is the den. Let's see. Okay, kill him. Defeat these guys. Alright, cool. So, let's take a look at what we've got. I'll get to chat in just a bit. Come on, NPCs. Wait, where are they? They're all gone. Did we wipe them all out? Okay, so I see something. Okay, so I see a maddened Blackwood. Okay, okay, I guess I'll take care of these guys real quick. Where are the Furbolg? They're all gone. Alright, Linda says, I get it and I like the concept. I'm not a soldier on any faction. I'm an adventurer that aids my home faction when called, but otherwise I'm out saving the world in general. Exactly! Thank you for the non-ranty for the non-ranty explanation. That's what I want players in the World of Warcraft to be first. We are an adventurer. We're babies. Babies start off unmolded, innocent. We are forged into like the people that we are eventually. Okay, he's surrendering. Stop, please. I surrender. But the oh god, they're spawning. Okay, some of them are corrupted, some of them are mad. I don't get it. I guess it's because that one's a caster and that one is not a caster. I'm not sure. Anyway, I would prefer that people be, neutral first, and then we kind of align ourselves as we need to. I think it makes total sense that based on your race, yes, you are going to, when it does come time to do a faction quest, you will serve either the Horde or Alliance because that's what your race is. So that kind of thing can't, that sort of thing can't be changed. And I'm totally cool with that. That's why I decided to go with that sort of approach, because if anyone can be wishy-washy and join either faction just because, I don't think that's a good idea. I think that would be great if there were neutral quests, like let's say there are goblin quests where you can help out, where they would help out both sides, and that would be the narrative. But for you to actually try to quote rep up with both the Horde and the Alliance, no, that I don't buy into. Ice cream. With all the updated skeleton horse mounts, they couldn't update her mount. Shaking my head. Screwball says that would be really neat, though, especially if it gave them a reason to make optimal faction content. Maybe even give rewards that are locked to doing said factional content, like mounts and tabards and so on. I'm even willing to explore like there being defining moments for our factions, like let's say like the Horde lose or something. The Horde lose like a lot of ground or something like that. It's like, okay, that that does really suck, but at the same time, the larger story and the content of WoW doesn't change. You're still doing something about like the big bad, and on the side, it's like, okay, many of the Horde were like killed or captured, or a city fell or something like that, and now we're going to try to take it back, or the Alliance are going to try to reinforce it, and so on and so forth. You can have more world-shifting events can happen without it being so bad for the Horde and Alliance, because that's not the center of the story. I think that would be a cool thing to explore, because it will allow for not a final resolution, because I think the Horde and Alliance conflict can and should persist, but you can have big defining moments where there's like decisive losses in part of either faction. It's just hard though, because this game is like, if this game was reimagined from the very start with this in mind, no one would bat an eye, because that would just be how WoW is. 14 years later though, not so much. It's very much a hard sell to make to players. I've looked at enough of the comments. People just can't get over wanting to hate the other faction. My whole thing is, hey, there's nothing wrong with wanting to hate the other faction. It's just that by default, we as players and adventurers, we're past that. We're not entrenched in that conflict, unless we want to be. No. But the thing is, I think we players, we adventurers, should have that choice. All right, it's not a time for subtle gestures. Blah blah blah. Okay, there's that one. Just waits. Once we have conquered Darnassus, the elders will be thanking us for restoring peace to the den. So let me try to find those guys. I wonder if they're actually like captured or not. Alright, so now we're going to do the Azerite stuff, and I'm going to take a look at the village. Anyone here? Nope. It is not phased yet. Oh well. Hey girl, let's go. We never lose. Well, it's each like Warcraft has well here's the difference. Here's me using your words against you irresponsibly. So WoW has always Warcraft has in large parts been about you know, orcs versus humans, to be very specific. WoW has been about horde and WoW, the World of Warcraft, has been about this new horde versus the alliance. But at the same time, there are so many other conflicts that are going on that it's not the biggest part of the story. We've had, you know, during Burning Crusade, we were going for Illidan, and then later on, kill Jaden. During Wrath of the Lich King, it was the Lich King. During Cataclysm, it was Deathwing. During Mists, it was the Civil War sort of dealy. Everyone comes together eventually. More often than not, it's a unified story. Legion was, you know, it was very short on the Horde and Alliance kind of stuff. In Battle for Azeroth, it's intertwined with what's going on, but you can, in my head at least, my head canon, I can rewrite all of Battle for Azeroth so that way not too much changes at all, but we're not attached to what's going on. Oh, I totally forgot about Warlords of Draenor. Like yeah, when I was talking about Warlords of Draenor in that video, instead of being the commander of the garrison, we can just be someone who was hired from the garrison. That's it. And then the commander, whoever the heck that is, they just give us stuff to do. that really could have been those seriously could have been all the changes that needed to be made. And then boom, we're no longer the commander of a garrison, but we're still a part of it. And I think that would be, I think that's cool. Like, heck, we could be like the co-commander of a garrison, but we're not the executor of their will. But for the most part, a lot of the final part of that story was unified. It was just a matter of which kinds of people did we help out. Let's see. Get them. Get them. Kill the Alliance. Yay! As long as you can still punt gnomes, I am down. Yes, you can still punt gnomes. Regardless of your faction. The reason that was special was because both sides were forced to fight together. But both sides are always forced to fight together. If Blizzard had infinite resources, then we would in fact have entirely unique stories for both the Horde and Alliance, and you would still be able to get people to come together for unique stuff. Unfortunately, that's not how it is, and it's heavily in favor of having a more unified story. I mean, there is a widely accepted prediction that by the end of this expansion, the story will be unified, and we will be sharing the experience from between both factions, because we're going to be fighting something that's greater than us, as usual. That's how it always is. And I'm fine with that. But why not just have that happen all the time? I think it's... I think in large part it's ill. I don't want to group up with Horde people. They're gross. You don't have to. It's just that the pool of players is going to get bigger when it comes to, hey, I need to fill up a group, or I want to play with more people. This is the easiest way to do it. Easily. It freshens up the story. It's like, why not? But Torn's not like most builds. He gets mad at the sight of blue. But I think the choice is cool. The ability to choose. Hey, I'm still gonna make a Horde only guild. Okay, that's totally fine. Do what you want. Just like how just like how you can do that now. Some people make all Tauren guilds, or you can make whatever the heck guild you want. It's just how easy can you get people. Hopefully communities will help that along. Alright, so that stuff is the same. So from the looks of it, nothing has changed. Might change next week, but I'm still very curious about if there are differences. I mean, I'm trying to remember if I'd seen like if all the furbolgs were corrupted, or if they were frenzied or what. I'll have to look at like the earlier footage to double check. Alright, so join the battle. Yeah, I'll join it in a second. I'm trying to find those furbolg though. Are the captured furbolg like hanging out here? I don't see any there. Now they would be like right here, and they're not. They're like gone, according to this. Or the Alliance had already rescued them. So that could be a thing too. You know, we just don't know it. It's not like there were, you know, special NPCs that were killed during that process. And then right here, here's the frenzied dudes. They're not corrupted, so again, I'll need to double check that. Did anything change since the last build? And where's that quest? Where to go? Oh, there it is. I thought I accepted this quest. I was wrong. Alright, join the battle. Whee! Let's see. The green Jesus will rule the world. Yeah, Score Boss. I think the PvP stuff will be like a lot more complicated, but I think it would be cool to have like an open PvP mode, or otherwise just have one. Yeah, you can just keep fighting your faction. That's totally fine. Or you can fight each other. Not a big deal. Boop 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 boop. Off to the river. Yeah, they already do cross-faction stuff for the purpose of queue times, and the narrative, but behind Battlegrounds, that just needs to be rewritten. To be honest, like just make it so that neutral parties are fighting each other. Maybe current Battlegrounds, you know, just have those things. Maybe those can stay the same and still be exclusive to factions. But I think for the most part, some of the other Battlegrounds, like Warsong Gulch and all that, you can disconnect yourself from the whole Horde and Alliance narrative for that. Essentially, these are all just mercenaries that are fighting each other for money and fame and all that stuff. So I don't think it's a big deal to just rewrite and say, yeah, you can queue up with whatever faction you like, or you can be teamed up with whatever faction you like, and there won't be like any. It's not a big deal. All right, one more, no, two more. Awakened Ancients, and it's 11. Wow. So I'm gonna be wrapping up the stream pretty soon. I'm gonna let myself rest and prepare for my conversation with John Base Gaming. Should be fun. It's gonna be some of this. Mostly talking about Horde and Alliance. I'll just be talking with someone directly, and of course, for those who want to join in on the conversation, just chime in. I'll try to make sure that we get caught up with chat and that we can keep the topics going. I don't know how long it's gonna be, but I'm going to later publish this on YouTube for everyone to enjoy. For any minute we slay, 2 more replacement. Yeah, that's funny because Malfurion says the same thing. Ha 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 ha. Anyway, let's get our butts out of here. It is kind of funny that the once we retreat from the battle, the Alliance side of this questline is like a way longer. Go all the way to Darnassus, rally the troops, go back to the village, then you'll unlock world quests. Here, we just get right to it. Alright, so there's frenzied dudes over there. Still the same thing. Still the same stuff. Alright. Hi, War Chief. Yo, War Chief. Look at me. Senpai. Alright, we must wait. So when this phase, there's a bunch of other NPCs that did spawn. Alright, so let's double check. So those Furbolg are gone. They have been presumably rescued or freed, whatever. It's kind of weird because the Furbolg said, "Hey, we're gonna leave. We're gonna get the heck out of here," and then they did not. They just got captured instead. But they were kept alive, so I don't know. I'm not quite sure what that means. Alright. What's this? Oh, just oil shit. Really? That stuff is made to keep the fire going? That's so crude and kind of interesting. It's like, yeah, let's just make some more smoke. I love smoke. Hey, me too. Anyway. So we've gone through this. Effective, there's been no changes. And to be honest, I don't see a conspiracy here. I don't see a big enough difference to warrant, oh my god, it's so different. They're totally not the same thing. I'm gonna have to double check and look at what some other folks have said in forums and posts and stuff, or see what other things that Red Shirt guy had pointed out, because I'm not quite seeing it the same way. The things that I'm seeing here are explainable. They're not 100%. They're a little, you know, there are some unalignment here, but it doesn't seem to be like this big old god conspiracy that some folks are trying to paint this out to be. At least not yet. Might be wrong. There might be something going on, but like I said, I'm just not seeing it yet. So anyway, in about an hour or so, I'm gonna be coming right back here to YouTube Gaming for my chat with John Bass. Should be a lot of fun. Like I said, we're gonna be talking about lore and etc. And it should be fun. I hope to see you folks there, and if not, just stay tuned for the published version. Or if anything, I'll remind you during Friday's weekly that, hey, I did this thing. I talked with this guy. It was a lot of fun. Or maybe not. I don't know. We'll just have to find out. So I'll see you guys in a bit, in about an hour or so. And if I don't, well, just keep an eye out for the published video, as well as my guide to getting us through the first couple days and weeks of the Battle for Azeroth. I can't wait to get that thing out. And otherwise, I'll see you in the next thing that I do. But until then, stay safe, stay happy, and as always, stay breezy.